That's a really big, sturdy portico. Okay, hiking down this old mining road you see there off to the right. Came downhill and made a big hairpin turn right here. And we are headed this way to a couple abandoned mines. I wasn't able to find out any information about these, and don't know if they're accessible or what, but we'll check it out. So you'll never guess the name of this ravine that I'm in. This is called Rattlesnake Gulch. And I don't know why they called it that, but maybe there was a preponderance of rattlesnakes in this area. But yeah, there's some more interesting sites up here. Some old homesteads and some more mine adits. There you can see the water. So we'll check it all out. Look, snow. What do you know? Typical construction with the sheet metal on the roof. Wow. There are a lot of nests in here. Right there, up there in the corner, and over by the windows. Wow, the floor is pretty impressive. Wooden floor. Don't know why there's notches in that tree trunk. So people have left some graffiti here. Curse of the White Wolf to all who disrespect this cabin. Here is the adjoining room. A little bit lower ceiling back there. Look at that, behind this board there's a shelf with round holes in it and some nails beyond that. Look at that bird's nest. And they had a back door right there. Pretty nice cabin. Must have really been something back in the day when it was all fixed up. And it looks like this is where the stove was. There's a vent pipe. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, these are pack rat nests. Same thing up there. Check out this cabin. That's made out of stacked rock. That first cabin was all wood. Let's take a closer look. There's the door. Yeah, some kind of unusual mobile hanging here. At least there's not like human finger bones and dead animals hanging from it. Wow, that must have been, I don't know what that would have been used for. Stove ventilation? Because there's a hole right there in the ceiling, but I don't know. Well, here's the door to the cabin, but there's another door right inside the entrance, which is it's locked with a padlock. See that? Right there. So this cabin is off limits for some reason. Yeah, they've even got the windows boarded up. See that? Those hinges aren't that old. But it looks like it kind of went into the hillside maybe. Well, here's the other side. That has a window too that's also boarded up. You know what I'm thinking? See that pipe up there behind the cabin laying on the ground? It's rusted. This might have been a mine entrance. I know there are some mines down here. We've passed a few already. There's no mine indicated here, but why? This might not have been a cabin. It might have been a workshop. There was a mine I was at a couple years ago. It had the same setup. There was a cabin about the same size as this one, and in the back of the cabin was a mine portal for a tunnel. So I'm thinking this was probably a mine, and that's why it's locked. Someone probably still might have a claim on it or something. I don't know, but like I said, there's no mining symbol indicated on the map here. The cabin is indicated on the topographic map, but no mining symbol. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to assume that that's a mine. Well, the road turns this way, and there's a mine supposedly up here off to the right. The question is, do I want to push through all that and risk getting a tick or two and scratched up? Here's a view from the front. That's a really big, sturdy portico. But like I said, the soil all around here is very loose and crumbly and sandy. That's why they did it. Yeah, this roof has caved in. I can see why they put a portico on here this long, because this is just really unstable. Let me see what's in there, if anything. Okay, here's looking into the portal. I see no footprints in there whatsoever, but I think I know why. I think it dead ends right back there. See that? Topo maps do indicate this as a prospect. Usually that means a very small mine with, no underground tunneling, or if any tunneling, it's very minimal. And that's what this looks like. But I've seen some prospects indicate on the topographic maps that turn out to be full-fledged mines with a lot of tunneling, hundreds of feet. But usually the prospects are pretty accurate. But it's really strange that they would construct a portico like this for a prospect that's almost as long as this portico. Well, not exactly, but close to it. But anyway, maybe they were pulling a lot of ore out of here. I'm assuming these would be gold mines, but I'm not sure. So that's it for this one. Can't beat this view hiking back up the old mining road.